Welcome to the Leadership Spark podcast, where we equip you to be the great leader your people deserve. This is Corey, and today I want to talk about tips for leading when you feel overwhelmed. The next couple of days, I want to unpack some tips for you as a leader when you're leading and you feel overwhelmed. And it's common as a leader to feel overwhelmed. There are times, there are days, there are seasons where I feel overwhelmed as a leader. And so what do we do when we find ourselves in a situation where we feel overwhelmed? What do we do? How do we act? How do we behave? How do we start to take and regain control of the situation whenever we feel overwhelmed? It's not a question of do you feel overwhelmed or if you will ever feel overwhelmed. It really is when. There will be a point where you feel overwhelmed as a leader. And what are you going to do in that moment? And so I want to spend a couple of days talking about ways that you can frame it up and tips that you can implement to help you whenever you feel overwhelmed. And so I want to start today with 5 moves you can make as a leader to regain control fast. So when you feel overwhelmed, that you can use these 5 things to start to regain control. So the truth is this: overwhelm isn't a sign that you're failing as a leader. And so if you feel overwhelmed as a leader, it's not a sign that you're doing something wrong or you're failing. It's a signal to you that too much is flowing through you without enough filtering. And so think about that. It's a signal to you that maybe too much is flowing through you without the proper filtering. And so today I want to talk about 5 moves that you can make to help you filter better, to help you regain control when you feel overwhelmed. All right. So number 1 is this: is pause before you say yes. And this is harder for some people than it is others, but before you say yes, pause. Overwhelm often comes from an automatic agreement. You're saying yes to everything. The next time something comes up, the next time someone comes and asks you to do something or something new lands on your plate, don't default to saying, sure, I'll do it. Yes. Stop, pause before you say yes, and think about, is this a wise thing for you to do at the moment? With everything else that you're responsible for, is this the wise thing for you to do? And ask yourself that question and then make the appropriate decision. Number 2, clarify ownership. If everything is routing through you as a leader, if everything goes through you, overwhelm is inevitable. It will happen. So ask yourself, am I the owner? Whatever it is, am I the owner? Am I the approver? Or am I just the bottleneck? And then once you get the answer to that question and you're honest with yourself, you can move forward and start to regain control, because you'll have some relief whenever you realize that there is responsibility that is shared between other people, or something that you can delegate, or something that you don't need to do anything about. That will give you relief whenever you feel overwhelmed. All right, number 3, shrink the time horizon. Overwhelm grows whenever we as leaders, we think we have to solve everything at once, and we don't. We don't have to solve everything at once. You don't need a perfect plan. And so you can ask yourself, what is the next best decision? What is the next right decision I need to make? I can go make that decision. I'm going to decompose all the stuff that I need to do down to the micro tasks that I can take, or the micro decision that I can make, that will help provide some relief when it comes to being overwhelmed, and can relieve some of the pressure that I may feel. So that's number 3. Number 4, create a micro reset. You may not need a vacation, although you may need a vacation as a leader. You may not need a vacation. You may just need 5 minutes. 5 minutes. There's so many times during the day and during the week and during the month that I will go outside and walk around our building because I need a reset. It's not 5 hours, it's 5 minutes. And you need 5 intentional minutes alone to be able to reset your mind. You can stand up, you can breathe slowly, you can take a walk, you can look away from your screen, you can leave your phone whenever you go for the walk so that you're not distracted. And that gives your nervous system just a little bit of a break. It's not wasted time. It's a chance to reset, and that will help you whenever you feel overwhelmed. The last one is this, the 5th one: say the trade-offs out loud. Say the trade-offs out loud. Unspoken expectations fuel overwhelm. So sometimes unspoken expectations, yours or someone else's, can help fuel the overwhelm that you feel. And so when you name the trade-offs, hey, if we do this, a trade-off would be, if we do this, then that's going to create this. And is that something that we really need to do? And you're having the conversation about trade-offs, and it helps to reframe what you need to do, and ultimately helps relieve some pressure when it comes to feeling overwhelmed. So I want to encourage you, maybe one of those 5 things are things you can do this week to help you if you're feeling overwhelmed. Or maybe you put this in your toolbox when you feel overwhelmed, and you pull it out and you remember these 5 things and you go and do these things, and they help you in those moments when you feel overwhelmed. So we'll tackle this again tomorrow. We'll talk about other ways that you can approach feeling overwhelmed. So come back tomorrow and listen.